This is very dark man reaction to the American election that they just concluded. I needed to watch this reaction.
So, Donald Trump emerges as the 47th president of America. I am really excited. Personally, I am happy because I told my friends that there's no way Kamala Harris can win. At the time when America is very vulnerable, you want to give what power to a woman like Kamala Harris that does not know her left from her right. It didn't make any sense to me. You know, they started selling different propaganda against Trump, that Trump does not like Africans. If he becomes the president, Africans will no longer have access to the US, blah, 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 blah. My own question used to be like, what do you want to go and do in the US? Your professionals should stay in Africa and work in Africa. They can go and gain knowledge outside, come back and implement what they learned. But that's by the way. Now, politics is a game of interest. Do you understand? What is my own interest? This is my interest.
I am fulfilling my dreams and becoming a pregnant dad. In the beginning, I had a few complications. She's been growing.
This is what I don't want to be seeing. Under the supervision of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, this world have crumbled down. Everything has turned upside down. All the wrongs started becoming rights. In America today, they have now started gender reassignments. For children, let's leave for adults, for kids. Do you know how crazy that sounds? Do you know how crazy that is? Parents telling their children that you are a cat.
My son does identify as a cat, but I cannot take him to a vet because I tried that, and the veterinarian told me that because he has human anatomy, that he does not know how to work on him or diagnose him with anything, and he legally cannot. So, and while I do think that is a form of discrimination, because, you know, my son, if he says he's a cat, he is a cat.
My child is a cat. My child is not a human being. My child identifies as a cat. I watched that video that day. I was like, what is going on? They started putting all these things in cartoon, started teaching same sex to to toddlers, children in primary schools. Putting it in their cartoons that it's okay for a man to kiss a man, it's okay for a woman to kiss a woman. Do you understand? It was okay when they were doing all these things in secret. It became crazier when these people started trying to force it into the other part of the world, like Africa. They tried to force it in Ghana. I think they later ended up doing it. They tried to force it in Nigeria and in Uganda. The immoralities that came with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. No wonder all those celebrities were following them. Beyonce, this one, all of them. We endorsed Kamala Harris. I was like, But thank God for the reasonable Americans that decided to pick the right person. I don't care. No matter how racist Donald Trump is, I will pick Donald Trump over Kamala Harris 1 billion times. That's number one. Number two, under the supervision of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, the world economy sunk. Because this war between Ukraine and Russia was avoidable. But instead of avoiding it, they kept on sponsoring it, pumping money and sponsoring these wars. Claiming the lives of innocent people, claiming a lot of people, family, mothers losing their children, wives losing their husband, a lot of things. Because of this war, Ukraine and Russia, look at the price of gas skyrocketed around the world. Around the world, under their supervision. See Israel and these people fighting under their supervision. Do you understand? So Trump coming into office, I want to believe that a lot of this, especially that war, stop all these lives that are lost, would stop. But my own interest, like I said, politics is a thing of interest. My own interest is this thing that they are doing to these kids in America. They are not giving them the right to choose who they want to be. Parents are beginning to choose for them. That's my own interest. I don't care about every other person's own. Just like in Nigeria now, the person I got interest in during the presidential election was Peter Obi, not because I like Peter Obi. The reason why my interest of Peter Obi is this, right? If Peter Obi becomes the president and if after 4 years he does not deliver, it will be easier to remove him from office. Do you understand? But we try everything. When they announced the results, we carried placard, we protested, hoping that the protest will be big as NSAS so that they can do a rerun. But it didn't work. Do you understand? So my interest did not work because I know say Don Jagger Python. If you collect power, if you not do it here, there's nobody if you do anything, bro. That is why. So shout out to Donald Trump. Even though you don't know me, I don't know you, I don't send your papa. But for the interest of the world, that's why I want you to become the president. At least nobody will be bossing Africans up that they must be agege. Nobody will force the same sex on us. Nobody will try to teach our children all those things, that it's okay for them to start doing all those things at those gender age. Nobody will nobody start teaching children that they have any other gender apart from male or female. Yes. Nobody. Now, America, they have over 15 genders. Somebody said identify as fan and table. Crazy. What are your pronouns? What is pronoun? You are a man and a woman, for crying out loud. Welcome, Donald Trump. Thank you. Welcome. And if you decide not to let Africans come to your country, peace and love. They should sit down in Africa and build Africa just like the place they are running to. They should get knowledge, they can study there, come back and implement. The illegal immigrants, deport them. Send them back home. Send them back home.
I mean, many has always looking at it as if Trump is gonna be the bad guy and he's elected and he's gonna start throwing everybody around and all that. But then considering every element, some things that need to be considered and everything, the way the world we turn, the way everything we turn, the way things we go, a lot of people started thinking. I talked to a lot of people, and what they were saying was exactly what Very Dark Man was saying. I mean, these guys, they pass a lot of laws that even when you hear it, you begin to think that, okay, is this laws, is it going to be passed for human being or what? And someone said something, he said the same thing that made God to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. These people, they are bringing it. And that's why you see a lot of people started saying different when it comes to Harris. It started just a lot of people started switching and started thinking about Trump, that okay, we know that Trump is not a saint, we know that he's somehow a devil, but then at least he's a little devil that they know before. So whatever they get from Trump, it really doesn't matter, because it's not going to be anything strong. At least it's not passing a law that some people can be walking around the streets anyhow they need to. They want to walk, they can start doing all sorts of things on the road and all that. So a lot of bills that Kamala supported really work against her, really work against her, and that was one mistake that she made anyway. But then when it comes to power, when it comes to her going out and doing some good job talking to the leaders of the world and everything, someone also have suggested that no, I mean, she made her opinion known, that no, that she has sat down listening to Harris before, but she don't have that fire, she don't have that what it takes to handle relationship like that, which I mean, I try to see from a point of view, but I just go like, okay, if that's your take, I mean, that's your take. You have to make sure you are selfish with your votes. You have to make sure that you're voting, and while you're voting, you're thinking about what that candidate can do for you, your family and your friends, and now the whole world. So you have to be selfish about your vote, about who you cast your vote on and everything. So we can see the result of this whole thing. What you campaign for, what you push to people, determine what will happen at the end of the day, because people will make their choice based on your policies and what you promise them you're coming to do. This is one of the cleanest elections that I've ever seen for a long time. This is so straightforward, and it looks like Trump wasn't shaken at all. It looks like there wasn't tension, because he knows that this is a done deal. So, well, thank you so much for watching. Please do share a video. Let it get to everyone. God bless you. We keep updating you as we have new updates coming up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also turn on your notification button, please. And see you next time. God bless you. Congratulations to Donald Trump. Wow, this is a big comeback for Trump. He became the 47th elected president of the United States. I stayed up all night. I was waiting for the results. So I was up till like almost 3 a.m. this morning. After I did my early vote like around I think around 8 in the morning. I went out, got my food, and I went back home, came back home, and was just watching everything that was going on. And as soon as they started counting the votes, was like around 7 p.m. They started bringing out results and everything. Within 2 hours, Trump was going up. And around 9 p.m., things started changing. Irish started coming up too, and I was chatting with a friend, and it looks like, oh, wow, it looks like Irish is gonna come back. So we're like waiting for the miracle. Like, okay, what will happen? Can she pull up something and all that? But looking at the state that remains and what is going on with the state as the result was coming out, I noticed that, wow, there's no way she can pull out anything, because Trump was leading in Pennsylvania, Trump was leading in Georgia, and also it's just the margin between Harris and Trump when it comes to Arizona was really nothing. So I was like, okay, there's nothing this lady can pull out. Again, it's a win-win game for Trump already. So I just I listened to Trump remarks and everything. He was already celebrating because he knew that this is a done deal. I was telling a friend that this looked like it's not a race, because Trump was so calm. He was so calm. He wasn't even pulling or pushing anything. He was so calm with the whole thing, and unlike the last election, you could feel the tension in him. So I feel like this man already know what it is. So I was telling a friend, the Americans, since they were roasting him, but he was roasting Americans. He was roasting them. So, oh my God, he was roasting them. So we thought, okay, this was American roasting him for all the cases that were coming against him, everything that they were bringing and everything. But who was actually roasting who? Anyway, Trump is a businessman. We hope that he's coming to do well. This is not the time to stop to pray. This is time to start to pray, because you see his head. Make the guy no cause trouble. And any trouble, if you think say you did in Nigeria, the trouble will be say happen for America, no concern you. Any trouble will be say this guy cause outside your country, will be saying cause for Nigeria, I mean, will be saying cause for America. That trouble, they affect everybody. They affect nations. They affect the whole world. So hopefully he's gonna be doing what he's supposed to do with caution, and wish him well. We wish him well. It was a long time preparation, and also in the midst of battles, the Republican even took risk, and I believe the Democrats too. They took risk by bringing Harris, but maybe they think, well, Harris, I mean, she's a lady. It will be a new twist for the Democrat, but then the last minute, as soon as this lady started bringing in Beyonce, and a lot of messages started coming out on social media, why they start calling her different kind of names and everything, I was like, oh, forget it. She has lost some followers and all that, because it was really crazy online. They just calling her different names and everything, and it was just a good race. This was good. I mean, we don't have to wait for 2 days. We don't have to wait for 10 days. So let's see what happened. But well, this is United States election 2024, and Donald Trump is the elected president, 47th president of the United States. So congratulations to President Trump. We're gonna see big mouth again for the next 4 years. All right, thank you. Just said I should update you on this. I've been up all night, and you can see my face. I feel like I want to knock out now. Thank you. God bless you.